The gut, the human body's mysterious second brain. In recent years, a fascinating concept has been gaining traction in the fields of nutrition and medicine. The idea that our gut is the body's second brain. At first glance, that might sound like a dramatic metaphor. But delve into the science behind it, and you'll find a compelling story, one that connects your stomach to your brain in ways we're only beginning to understand. The gut-brain-axis, a two-way street of communication. Over the past few decades, scientists have turned their attention to the intricate relationship between the gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in our digestive system, and the nervous system. This area of study is known as the gut-brain axis, and it has revealed a two-way channel of communication that shapes both our mental and physical health. Gut microbes influence the body's immune system, but that's just the beginning. They also interact with the nervous system in multiple ways. By producing neurotransmitters, activating immune responses, and creating metabolic byproducts that affect brain function. In short, your gut and your brain are in constant conversation. Why the gut is called the second brain. From an anatomical point of view, it's clear that the brain is the command center of the body, packed with neurons especially concentrated in the cortex, responsible for perception, thought, and movement. The spinal cord, the brain's information highway to the rest of the body, also contains a rich network of neurons. But there's another surprising contender for neural density: the gut. Second only to the brain, the gut houses millions of nerve cells, forming a network known as the enteric nervous system. What's more remarkable is that this system can function independently from the brain. Even if you cut the vagus nerve, the main line of communication between the brain and the gut, the digestive system, keeps on working. Scientists describe this neural network as a branch of the central nervous system that is responsible solely for gastrointestinal activities. Because of its autonomy and complexity, it has earned the nickname, the second brain. A concept rooted in history, resurfaced by modern science. The belief that the gut influences our mental state isn't new. Ancient wisdom long suggested this connection. But it wasn't until the early 20th century that Western science began to take notice. In 1907, American physician Byron Robinson published a book titled The Abdominal and Pelvic Brain. Around the same time, in 1921, British physiologist Johannes Langley coined the term enteric nervous system. After discovering neural networks within our internal organs, it became clear that the gut could function on its own, and this revelation piqued scientific curiosity, though interest later waned for several decades. Then, in the 1990s, the field of neurogastroenterology emerged, reigniting exploration into the gut-brain relationship. Leading the charge was Dr. Michael Gershon, head of anatomy and cell biology at Columbia University. In 1996, he reintroduced the concept of the second brain living in our belly. What does this second brain actually do? Dr. Gershon's research revealed that the enteric nervous system is made up of about 100 million neurons, and it governs nearly every aspect of digestion. He likened it to a library, a storehouse of physiological responses to emotional and sensory experiences. This library can retrieve these responses and signal them to the brain when needed. The gut doesn't just passively process food. It analyzes the properties of what we eat, modulates the speed of digestion, and regulates the release of digestive fluids. Its feedback system is as intricate as the brain's control of our limbs, but it operates autonomously. Here's a surprising fact. 90% of the signals traveling along the vagus nerve don't come from the brain. They come from the gut. The gut, powerhouse of immunity, fuel, and emotion. The gut does more than digest. It's also the body's largest waste processing plant. A vital fuel station? A major immune organ. Have you ever craved sweets or high-calorie snacks when you're stressed or sad? That's not just emotional eating. Studies suggest that negative emotions can disrupt gut microbiota, which in turn send altered signals to the brain, changing your food preferences. In other words, Your cravings might not be your own. They may be misfires from gut bacteria. Hormones and happiness, the gut's emotional role. The gut is the largest endocrine organ in the body. Dozens of hormones are secreted from the gut wall, many of which are deeply tied to mood, including dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is critical for motivation and pleasure. Low levels often lead to depression, apathy, and emotional fatigue. Serotonin promotes feelings of well-being and calm. Low levels are linked to irritability and impulsive behavior. And here's the kicker. While only 5% of serotonin is made in the brain, a whopping 95% is produced in the gut. So yes, your second brain is very much responsible for how you feel. Emotional intelligence in the belly? The gut can feel sadness, stress, and joy. No wonder some people say emotions live not in the head, but in the belly. Modern science is beginning to echo this ancient wisdom. Researchers now understand that emotions can manifest physically, especially through the gut. Irritable bowel syndrome, ulcers, and even Parkinson's disease have been shown to reflect both digestive and neurological disruptions. Studies show that 70% of people with chronic gastrointestinal disorders experience significant emotional trauma during childhood, like losing a parent or facing illness. The gut even dreams. When we sleep deeply and peacefully, the gut engages in gentle wave-like movements. But when we dream, especially if we have nightmares, gut activity becomes more erratic. Those with gut disorders often complain of poor sleep. Healing the body with the mind. Scientists are now exploring biofeedback therapy, which uses mental focus to improve gut function. Patients have seen dramatic improvements by consciously training their minds to influence their digestion. This brings us to an important realization. In the human body, no organ works in isolation. A problem in one system often ripples into another. Healing isn't about cutting out what's broken, it's about rebalancing the whole. How to care for your second brain. As science continues to explore the gut-brain relationship, it's clear. Taking care of your gut means taking care of your whole self. That includes eating a healthy, balanced diet, managing stress and emotional well-being, staying aware of the signals your body sends. There's still so much we don't know about the human body. Its interconnectedness, its mysteries, its ability to self-regulate and adapt. But one thing is certain. The gut isn't just a place where food is digested. It's where emotion meets biology. It's where ancient wisdom meets cutting-edge science. It's your second brain, and it deserves just as much care as the first.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Share it, because some stories are meant to be discovered together. And stay curious. I'll see you in the next chapter.